May we now request Tyagi Shurjo, Spiritual Co-Director, Ananda Sangha, Mumbai, for his address.
Jai Guru, everyone. Good morning. When I first came to a spiritual realization, I was raised an atheist all my life. When I was in college, a friend of mine introduced me to the Hindu concepts of the fact that I'm in fact a soul and that God pervades absolutely everything and that my true nature is Satchit Ananda. I had nothing. I immediately took to this concept. However, the problem was, how do I actually get to that bliss? How do I get to Satchit Ananda? It is so easy often to say, we should all be happy, we should all be good, we should all be kind. How many in this room want to be kind all the time? Come on, somebody. How many in this room want to love all the time? How many never want to be angry ever? However, how many of us don't always love? How many of us do get angry? How many of us are unkind, even though we don't want to? I want to be happy, yet I'm so often sad. So when we're looking at spirituality, when we're looking at this absolute highest, this God, this Satchitananda, the bliss that we are seeking, I have to recognize what is it that's going to help me get there, and that is energy and life force. In Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, Patanjali says, Yogas Chitta Vritti Nirodh. Yoga is the neutralization of the vortexes, of the whirlpools of Chitta. Now, Chitta is the biased feelings of our hearts. Once I'm already prejudiced a certain way, once I have already judged something a certain way, it becomes very hard for us to change that. I want to be loving, I want to be kind, yet in that moment, us bande ne mujhe ye bola, gussa niklega. I want to be joyful, I want to be open to life, yet the moment some situation comes, I close down and I want to reject it immediately. So the problem isn't that we don't know. Everyone knows love is amazing. Everyone knows kindness is an amazing thing to have and constantly bring out in our daily lives. However, it is the inability to do so where spirituality comes in. So when Patanjali is saying, Yogas Chitta Vritti Nirodh, yoga is neutralizing those vortexes, those pre-committed whirlpools of energy that suck our reaction into this world in a particular way. So I get sucked into anger. I get sucked into depression. I get sucked into being rude. I get triggered. I react to life. And this is where the spiritual understanding of life becomes essential. Because if you want, in fact, to be in control of yourself, if you want to be a master of yourself, one of the things of this confluence is humanity, power, and spirituality. I want to speak to the power aspect. Because I'm not talking about power over other people. We don't have power over ourselves. How many of us present here while listening to everybody, our bodies are constantly fidgeting, our mind is flitting away wherever, we're always on our phones whenever our mind wanders a little bit. I have no power even to hold my mind still for the period that the speaker is talking for. I don't even have the power to hold my body still and really give all that energy to this moment. So these vrittis are constantly drawing everything that we are away from what we want to be. The rishis of the ancient India, what they realized is this life force that flows within us, this life force is responsible for the states of joy and for the states of unhappiness. When energy in the spine moves up towards the brain, we experience joy. When energy moves away from the brain towards the down below and down the spine, we experience unhappiness, anger, depression, all the negative states. Now, this particular life force is linked with our breath. What's important in yoga is to realize that you are in charge. You get to decide what this life force does. And once you learn how to pranayam, have control over that prana, over that life force, you're able to direct it wherever you want it to go. So when somebody gives us some great news, you will always realize, if somebody comes up and tells me, oh, you just got that promotion you're looking for, you just won a lottery, you will realize that I will instantly always inhale, and I will straighten up my spine and I'll say, such? Really? But if somebody comes and tells me something really devastating, you failed in college, or you got fired from your job, I will always exhale, no. And you will see my spine go down as well. This is because these life forces within us are constantly moving. When they move up, we experience that expansion, we experience joy. When they move down, we experience disappointment, unhappiness, anger, nervousness, fear. Jab dar lagta hai, kahan lagta hai? Right here in the stomach, this is where the butterflies flow. Because life force goes down to that particular chakra and activates that downward flow of energy. Now, science, which I'm so grateful for, has now given us the understanding, everybody's been talking about it, that everything in this universe is energy. Do you know who gave us that particular understanding? Anybody heard of Einstein? Okay, somebody's heard of Einstein in this room. Very good. Einstein gave this really simple equation that says E equals mc square. What does that mean? It means all mass is really only energy. Everything in this universe is only energy. I'm energy. The stage I'm standing on is energy. Your energy, the air is energy. The planet is energy. And if everything is energy, therefore, I have a real connection with this energy. My energy does not stop where my body stops. The air does not suddenly stop where it hits my body. It's energy just interacting with one another. And the rate at which this energy vibrates gives us a sense of solidity. Makes my skin, makes my bones, makes the wood that I'm standing on, makes the plastic or the chairs that you're sitting on. All vibrations of energy. And so when energy is moving, what happens? Do we have any science students here? What happens when energy moves? Nobody? When energy moves, a magnetic field is created around it. Electricity jab jata hai, ek magnetic field is created around it. So when I am a being of energy, you're a being of energy, what's happening is a magnetic field that you would call your aura is created around you, and it is this magnetic field that is attracting or repelling from you the situations and circumstances in your life. How many of us, if I were to introspect a little, would realize I tend to draw the same kind of people all the time. I tend to have similar relationships all the time. I somehow find myself in a similar situation time after time. Negativity. Time after time, I find myself in a hard particular place. It's because the magnetic field I have created around me attracts or repels these particular situations. Now, for magnetism to be strong, energy has to move in one direction. When energy moves in one powerful direction up the spine, in yoga we call this the Kundalini Awakening. You see, when a saint is in ecstasy, what's happening when a saint goes into ecstasy? All the life force in his body rushes up to his brain, and his brain, 100% of his life force now rests in his brain, and he's able to perceive the unity of life. Now for us, so little of our life force is moving up, because it is caught up in all these vrittis. I want this, I need this, ye mujhe pasand nahi hai, that person's not good, I hate this particular thing. So I have no real clear magnetism around me. I want to be a millionaire, but I don't want to do the work it takes. Both of these energies cancel each other out. So there's no magnetic field to actually become a millionaire. I want to be kind, but I also want to be rude when I have the option. I want to be loving, but us bande ko main bilkul pyar nahi dunga. So what's happening is my magnetism essentially gets cancelled out and I start to feel life is random. कभी कुछ अच्छा आ रहा है, कभी कुछ बुरा आ रहा है, कभी ठीक चल रहा है कुछ, कभी अच्छा नहीं चल रहा है. So I start to look at this randomness of life, but when I realize it's all in response because the universe is energetic, the universe runs on magnetism, my magnetism is interacting constantly with this system of energy. This is the unity the yogis were talking about. Now, yes, we are united in love, but the problem is I'm unable to get so much love flowing through me because my life force is caught up in so many other places. My energy is trapped in so many other areas of my life. Anybody ever been in love? Anybody experience that infatuation you have, especially in college? Ek bande ko dekha, bandi ko dekha, bas, I'm in love. When you're in love, no matter how little that time lasts, everything seems so beautiful. When I'm in love, the sun is shining brighter than it's ever shined before. The birds are chirping more beautifully than they ever have before. Even the people I don't like, I don't mind them. Why? Because when you're in love, so much life force moves up to the heart that it is more powerful than the individual vrittis that otherwise govern our likes, dislikes, and reactions in life. But when you are in a low mood, jab mood aata hai, when you're depressed, when you're low, can you ever think of positive thoughts? If a person who's even trying to help you comes close to you, you don't want them next to you. Because when the energy flows down, when life force goes down, even the thoughts we can't attract that are uplifting. So if we are to grow this country, if we are to grow this nation, this is how I'd like to end. My time's almost up. We have to learn how to become in control of this life force. We are God, but we have to become God. And God controls every tiny detail of this universe. Imagine the power to sustain an entire universe. We can do that as well, but we have to learn how to extract that life force from the body. We have to learn how to direct that life force up towards the brain. This is how the yogis are always happy. The first thing we need to do is sit up straight. You need a straight spine, otherwise energy won't rise to the brain. If we're always going to sit this way, energy stays compressed below in the lower centers of our being. So first thing that you want to do, if you want success, if you want energy in your life, sit up straight, open the spine. Let that energy rise up. Because for growth, all this energy has to be united. Our energy has to first be ours. Then you can start to help other people. Then you can bring other people, because when you're magnetic, people will be drawn to you. People will come to you. This is what a great leader does. He's magnetic. He does not go around telling people what to do. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Kanoria, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, everyone. Have a fabulous, fabulous day.
Thank you so much.